Wasteland is intended for a mature adult audience and may contain content that some may find upsetting. A list of trigger warnings covering the entire season can be found in the show notes.
You're listening to Wasteland, a Dex Legacy Story. Episode 1, The Bomb. Starring Marie-Claire Wood, Karim Kronfli, Sophie Macnair, George Stagnell, Sarah Golding, John Glover, David Monteith, Chris Gregory, Emily Inkpen, Eleni Aristeidou, and Derrick Valen.
Almost 6 years ago, Minister Tazenik rode to victory as a Xenosi Prime Minister on a wave of promises. The greatest of all, ending the civil war between Xenos and Rone before concluding his second term in office. Now, with only 1 year left and no sign of peace, he claims to be on the cusp of ending hostilities once and for all.
Peace. That is what we want. For our children and their children. Rone is Xenos. The majority of Ronans probably identify as Xenosi. The loud minority stirring up civil unrest has dominated our discourse for too long. Many years ago, you asked me a question. I assure you, the answer is imminent.
And what's the answer going to be, eh? Place your bets, Vorsi.
More of the same? Boots on the ground and undercover infiltration of intelligence networks. Pass me that soldering iron, will you?
Sure. Here. This is stupid. Rone using exactly the same tactics against us. I mean the intelligence networks, not the troops. Xenos has troops in Rone. Rone doesn't have troops in Xenos.
Rone barely have enough to defend themselves, let alone having enough to invade us.
Yeah, and that's why they need us. Rone needs Xenos. It always has. It's stupid, all of it. Economically, independence would be a disaster for them. They should be begging us to stay. But no.
What do you know about economics, Ezran? You just want a nice posting in Rone so that you can spend some more time with your girlfriend.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't hurt.
Have you heard from her lately?
Yeah, every day, but...
I'm sure she's fine.
I know. But I'm not there. And it's not like I can tell her about what we're working on here. So she can't say to any of the guys drooling over her, "Hey, if you don't leave me alone, my boyfriend's gonna turn up in a 5-meter gossin-plated mech with a cannon on each arm."
How do you know that there are guys drooling?
Because I was one of those guys. And she's a goddess.
Ezran, don't worry. They'll work it out sooner or later.
Work what out? Who?
The government. They'll work out the Mecha Giant program is the answer. Put us 4 on the ground and the Ronans won't know what to do with themselves.
Of course they won't. 5 meters of gossin-plated death, times 4. Well, 3. And whatever height yours gets to on 8 legs.
That would be 4 meters standing, with a full reach of 8 meters fully stretched, with 8 flexible limbs capable of...
Yeah, the mecha equivalent of a multi-tool.
You'll thank me when we're out there.
The top tiers are stalling. They always do this with new projects. They want to be close enough to an innovation to get credit if it goes right, but far enough to escape blame if it goes wrong. And so begins years of tap dancing around the button, while they take it in turns to almost push it, before making an excuse and delaying and handing it over to someone else.
Until someone forces their hand.
Or something. In the meantime, we, Wait, where's my clamp? How did you get it? You didn't move.
I don't have to.
Oi, you keep those 8 limbs to yourself, Vorsi.
Nova. How are we doing? All limbs operational, all weapons operational, all systems operational, but an amber light on supply. Sufficient, but not optimal. Malfunction in the power coupling between the generator and right leg. Both legs are vital, Nova. Let's be more than sufficient, eh?
Talking to yourself again, Captain?
No, Tiriz, I'm talking to Nova.
The mech isn't a soldier, Cap.
If that's true, why do we name them, Lieutenant?
Good point. I thought we were selling the Mecha Giants as an extension of the soldier. One body.
One soldier made into a 5-metre-tall hunk of metal and machinery. Yes, that's what they're telling the politicos.
Hence, talking to yourself.
She's a part of me and beyond me.
That's poetic.
Oh, fuck off, Tiriz.
As soon as I deliver this message, Captain, General Zerakin wants to see you.
What? Now?
She just sent me to find you.
Ugh. It's okay, Nova. I'll be back soon and we'll finish up. I'm just getting my legs on. What does she want? Did she say?
No, Captain.
Was she being formal? Is that why you're calling me Captain and not Sax? Did she give you a talk on protocol or something?
No, Captain.
Are you done?
I'm trying to lead by example here. Vorsi and Ezran.
Oh, they're fine, Tiriz.
They don't respect you enough, Captain.
They respect me. They're just...
Irresponsible.
young.
That was unnecessary.
Oh, come on. You don't remember being their age. They're frustrated about being held back here. It's been years. I'll go and see what the General wants. Maybe I'll come back with good news. See, that's exactly the attitude I look for in every optimistic young recruit.
I can do optimistic.
You can?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be testing you on that.
Captain.
General Zerakin?
At ease, Sax.
You wanted to see me?
I did. Vekitz, the Minister of Defence, is on his way. Ready your unit, Captain. This could be it.
You really think so?
I do. Yes, the Prime Minister's going on about a final answer to the Civil War, and well, I think it might be us.
Wouldn't we have had more warning than this? He's talking about revealing answers today.
Oh, all I know is Vekitz finally wants to see the Mecha Giants in action, right?
Well, that's fine. I can take the team out to the course for a full demonstration. 4 mechs, 3 classes, all terrains.
Oh, I look forward to seeing it. Yeah, your progress, you should be very proud, Sax.
Thank you, General. I am.
Good. Well, go and prep your unit then. And, Sax, you're ready for this.
Yes, General. Thank you, General. Tiriz, am I clear to go?
The course is yours, Captain.
I'll get to the other side and wait. It's more impressive when we all go together.
Good thinking.
Prepping for launch. Launching. All right, Nova, I feel you. Let's show them how we do this.
Nice jump, Cap.
Think you can do better in the tank?
We're not as nimble as you, Captain, but we can hold our own. There. See?
Very nice. I'd say a bit heavy on the landing.
When will you give up trying to make firepower and strength meet with agility? You can't have it all, Sax.
Not with that attitude. Here come Ezran and Vorsi. You two okay?
You think this is it, Cap? You think we'll finally get deployed?
I make no promises, Vorsi. Okay, you ready to do this?
Yes, Captain.
Yes.
Yep.
We jump, we fire. Vorsi, make sure you get some climbing in. Show off those limbs. Tiriz, throw some heavy boulders whilst you're out there. Ezran, stick to me like glue. We'll lead the way. Let's go!
Yes, Captain.
As you know, Minister Vekitz, the Mecha Programme has been operating at the forefront of weapons technology from the beginning, and the potential is endless. Allow me to introduce Captain Sarra Sax, our lead engineer and the original pilot.
Hello, Captain. It's good to meet you at last. You've been a key player in so many important projects. Jetpacks, exosuits, and now this. I was very impressed by your demonstration, even more so considering your...
Thank you, sir. Physically, I am perfectly suited to this.
So it would seem. Now, please tell me more about these incredible machines. 3 varieties?
Yes, sir. I will allow my team to introduce their own, but this is Nova. She's the first-generation model.
You still pilot your original mech? You haven't upgraded?
The beauty in these is their ability to continuously upgrade.
Ah.
Nova has come a long way since our first exercises. We understand each other at this point.
They have personalities?
Every machine has its ways, Minister. And with the new Neuralink, interfacing is a highly personal experience. We keep the mechs operational, and they keep us alive. It's symbiotic. Nova has set the standard. She's a good all-rounder when it comes to agility and firepower, making her ideal for scouting, leading assaults, and covering models with different abilities. Allow me to introduce Lieutenant Tiriz.
Ah, Lieutenant, I'm aware of your service history. You were with the first wave of peacekeepers sent to Rone after the first insurgency?
I was, Minister.
Difficult times.
Times are still difficult, Minister.
Indeed. Your military record is colourful. If you'd followed orders and stayed on the ground, you could have been a colonel by now. What brought you here?
I learned the value of good leadership, Minister.
I see.
When it's done right, war is temporary. We fight with the hope that one day we won't have to. I believe this program can end this war, and that's more than enough for me.
Very noble. Your mech is different to the others. Tell me about it.
This is Tank. A heavy model built to take fire and rotate. It comes with 2 Class C-12 cannons that pivot upwards from behind to enjoy a full range of motion. The rifle on the arm is the same caliber as the Maritz, and we can carry 800 rounds that automatically load through the arm. The drill attachment is optional, but invaluable in the field when dealing with rough terrain.
Impressive, the C-12 cannons. They would usually be operated by how many foot soldiers?
12 to transport and position, with an additional 5 or 6 for the ammo supply.
Because it needs to be firmly attached to the ground before it's used.
Ah, I see your line of thinking. Do you see the caps here on the knees? Those fold back and the anchor rods extend when I need to hold a single spot. You would have seen them in action during the demonstration.
Of course, yes. And this tank carries 2 C-12s and a Maritz.
Yes, Minister. Plus 2 rocket launchers in the shoulders.
As if the rest wasn't enough. Very impressive. Now, what's your name, and what can you tell me about this intriguing variation?
Sergeant Yzeri Vorsinza, Minister. This is Yzeri, a light model with flexibility in mind. The body compartment is gyroscopic, allowing for a full range of motion. You will have seen us in scuttle mode and climbing the cliff face down near the bend.
I did. It was unsettling. I observed that the firepower on this model is greatly reduced. What is it this mech offers that the others don't?
Allow me to show you, Minister. Yzeri is designed for more dexterous work. She comes with a bunch of tools and attachments for taking things apart, collecting, recovering, and rescuing. In effect, I can remove a door without blasting it, climb down a shaft, pick up a soldier with one hand, and climb back up again without compromising the structural integrity of a building. For multiple passengers, the body cavity can extend to fit 3, although that does lock the gyroscope. I'm working on that.
And you're able to control all of that with Neuralink and controls?
Yes, Minister.
How?
Practice and study, Minister.
Minister, Sergeant Vorsinza graduated top of their class at the Military Scientific Engineering College, with a grade point far exceeding the previous record. They designed Yzeri and pilot it. We stopped asking how a while ago.
Thank you, Captain Sax. I'm very impressed. And thank you, Sergeant. Now, last but not least...
Officer Treva Ezran, Minister. This is Kahua, second-generation standard model.
It looks almost the same as the Captain's. Tell me what's different.
Kahua is much the same as Nova, Minister, but lighter, increasing his drop capacity and flight range. He's also faster. Captain Sax has been upgrading Nova since the program began. Ku was born with those upgrades in a leaner, meaner body.
I see. Showcasing the promise of future iterations of the same models. Next would come a second-generation tank, I suppose?
Yes, Minister. Designs are in progress.
Thank you, Captain Sax. It's been enlightening. I've watched this program for several years now. It's extraordinary the progress you've made. General, perhaps I can update you on our current situation in your office.
Of course, Minister Vekitz. Please.
Ooh, Vorsi. Top in the class and capable of piloting a scientific research project with the firing power of 2 pistols.
Hey, at least mine isn't a copy.
I'm just saying, stop working on your precious gyroscope and start building in some more guns. Then you can have my back for a change.
When you're stuck down a hole and need rescuing, I'll remind you of this.
Do you think that went well?
He was impressed. It's all we can do.
Let's carry out our usual checks and get some food. We won't hear anything for a while.
Good call.
Oh, thank the gods, I'm starving.
I am happy with that plan.
News, General?
Yes, news. It's not good.
General.
The government, they're shutting us down.
What?
Yeah, I know. I don't know what to say, Sax.
You don't know what... General, permission to speak freely.
Oh, I granted you permission to speak your mind years ago, Sax, and I've regretted it ever since. Why stop now?
General, they've poured millions into this project. Our tech blows anything else the Xenosi military has out of the sky, and they know it. These mechs will change the face of the war and will be the driving force. This decision makes no sense.
Well, it's not up to me, is it, to question orders when they come straight from the capital? You know that.
Drop me in front of the administrative building and I'll do the questioning for you.
In Nova? Well, as absolutely fucking tempting as that proposal is, Sax, I'm going to have to turn it down. Permission denied.
I don't understand. Vekitz, he was so impressed. Or he seemed to be. No one can put on a face like a politician, I guess. What a worthless piece of... Sorry, General.
Oh, in this case, Sax, I'll allow it. I've known Vekitz for a long time. He's been reading reports on this programme from the start. I'm surprised by this turn of events, truly.
This is years of work. This is... Nova. What will happen to the mechs?
Well, if we're lucky, storage until someone comes to their senses.
And if we're unlucky?
They will be dismantled and their parts repurposed.
No.
Look, Sarra, you can't stand in the way of this, okay? I wish you could. This is not the dream I sold you. It never was.
No. It was better.
You'll have your choice of posts. I'll make sure of it.
My choice of posts?
Well, taking your abilities and disabilities into consideration.
Right, of course. There are lots of posts for soldiers without legs.
Oh, shush. We came close, Sax. We started out with funding and 1 prototype. And thanks to you, 1 became 2 and now 4. I mean, it's no small accomplishment.
It doesn't mean anything if they tear it all down, though, does it?
I know. I had a vision, and you were the engineer I needed. The truth is, I knew they'd shut us down eventually. I mean, this project, it was always too good to be true.
What do you mean?
You already said it. Nothing else comes close. And that doesn't mean we were walking through clear terrain. It means we've been exploring unknown ground, riddled with traps and mines and a thousand reasons for things to go wrong. I mean, a project like this, it forges a path and gets as far as it can so that the next project has an easier run. But it really makes the fucking distance on its own, right?
It was always a dream.
It was. It was. Drink?
No, thank you, General. I want to get another few rounds in Nova before they come and turn the lights out.
All right. I'll have both then.
What changed?
What was it that finally shut us down? Vekitz didn't say, but the solution, the Prime Minister's been talking about it, it doesn't involve us.
So they have another solution for the war? Like what?
I don't know. I mean, the Xenosi military has hundreds of research programs running, and I know about this one. I mean, who knows what other departments are getting up to?
It can't be as good as this.
I doubt it is.
Will that be all, General?
Dismissed, Captain.
Alright, Nova. Let's go for a run.
Tank in pursuit.
Hostile or friendly?
Oh, I'm friendly. As long as you don't try anything we'll all regret.
Come on, Tiriz. Give me more credit than that.
I know what this program means to you, Sarah.
Oh, really, Quentin?
You always say it was my encouragement that got you back on course again after your accident. But we both know it was the mechs.
Well, Nova has leg enough for both of us, so let's say it was a combination of the two.
You'll find something else. Another project.
Every project has felt like a dead end, except for this one. After that prototype exosuit malfunctioned, I didn't just think, I knew my life had changed forever. Then Zerakin handed me that file and...
Yeah, I know.
This feels wrong.
That's because it is. All we can do is make peace with it.
And take our mechs and hide them where no one can find them.
How much of you is serious about that?
Oh, I'd say about 65%.
I'll take it.
How are Ezran and Vorsi doing?
As you might expect, angry and upset. And being very nice to each other.
Oof, you know something's wrong when...
Exactly.
Oh, can we just pretend we're out of range?
No.
Why? It's only us here.
Exactly. And I'd tell you.
Ugh. Captain Sax here. Yes, General. Right away.
We heading back?
Yeah, sounds serious. We'll fly in. I just hope Vorsi and Ezran aren't causing any trouble. Three times in one day, General. I wish it felt lucky.
Close the door, Sax.
If this is about taking Nova out,
No, don't. Just watch this.
People of Xenos, I stand before you as your Prime Minister, your servant, A leader who has made promises and intends to keep them. For 12 long years, the Xenosi have stood strong against the Ronan rebellion. We have sacrificed, we have struggled, and we have endured, maintaining the bounds of our nation as they were originally set by our forebears. We have been pushed, and we have pushed back. But today we push harder. Today, we leave them in no doubt of our strength and our resolve. We, Xenos, will never surrender Rone. We, Xenos, will keep fighting until all rebel voices are silenced, and the voices of our loyal citizens, long suppressed by fear and brutality, ring out free once more. Today, you will see the dawn of a new Xenosi age of power in partnership. Today, we stand with innovators around the world.
It's a good speech.
It's not. It's fucking terrible. But the point is... hold on.
Cleared for launch. Protocols enabled. Starting countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you all right, General?
Just watch.
Is this the new... what?
Just
Optimum altitude attained.
watch.
Missile on target.
Oh, wow. Okay. General, what was that?
That, Sarra, was a new experimental weapon designed by Dex Industries.
Dex Industries? Why are we using their weapons? We have our own.
It's the Prime Minister's solution. He promised to end the civil war in Rone during his second term, and time's almost up, so he decided to speed things along.
So, the war...
It's over.
Rone surrendered.
There is no more Rone left.
What?
The blast radius of that missile exceeded all populated areas and in some places encroached on Goa territory off the coast.
But there were soldiers on the ground, no sea soldiers.
Thankfully not as many as there could have been.
What do you mean?
I mean, there was a top-secret mass extraction of the southern region this morning.
So they knew it would be this bad?
It's top secret, Sarra. I don't know anything, but they didn't extract soldiers from the north, so they can't have known. Not really. Watch this.
What exactly is the chemical composition of the missile?
You have had a comprehensive breakdown of all measurable data points for 2 months. Do not tell me you did not look at them.
Well,
you should look at them now. You will find that they are comprehensive. Everything I know about the weapon is in there.
We did look.
So, what is the problem?
There's nothing there about fallout. About what will be left behind after the blast.
Why would there be?
Because you designed it.
Oh, for goodness sake. You're worried about the environmental impact. It is a bomb. It is destructive. The environment will suffer. This did not seem to worry you before you launched it.
We thought the missile would be more like the missiles we've used before.
Which is why I provided you with the data. So that you would be informed.
Yes, but we could have never predicted.
But you could, if you analyze the data.
Please. Dr. Srivastava, lives are at stake.
I very much doubt that.
What do you mean?
The bomb will have wiped out all life within the blast radius. I would be surprised if anybody's still alive. You can relax. There's no hurry.
Is it safe to send in soldiers?
Oh, you wish to finish your little invasion. You want to be kings of the ashes now. Do as you will. The atmosphere should be breathable after the dust has settled, which is dependent on atmospheric conditions. You know everything I know. This was a very advanced weapon, Doctor. The fallout is a rich ground for research. I am sure your department will receive all the funding it desires, from international governments as well as your own. You are welcome.
So, what does this mean?
It means you're going in.
What?
I received a call within 20 minutes of that thing going off. Apparently, Vekitz called in immediately and suggested the Mecha Giant, so, that's something.
Suggested us for what? There's nothing left. Gods, how many people?
The administration is being guarded, but I know it will be over 3 million.
General, can I have that drink now, please?
Believe me, I wish you could, but you're going to be on the dropship within the hour.
What will we be doing there?
We need boots on the ground, don't we? And as you just saw, the damn scientists don't know anything about the fallout, so you...
Surely if Dex Island made it...
You heard that psychopath Dr. Osa Srivastava? And this is the first time a weapon like this has been detonated. It's new for everyone.
So you want us to drop in and investigate?
You're the best team for the job, aren't you? I'm the only team for the job. Officials, they're on their way. They'll brief you in full and provide Vorsinza with the knowledge she needs to carry out the appropriate atmospheric and ground tests. Our hope is that you'll confirm Srivastava's prediction, that the air is breathable and the atmosphere is safe. If that's the case, well, we'll send in other units. Otherwise, you're on your own, and you'll have to carry out the full search and rescue alone.
Understood. I'll make sure everyone's prepared.
Good. Dismissed. And Sarah.
Yes, General.
The political climate is going to turn on a pin. It always does in a disaster, but I will be here. I'll make fucking sure of it.
Thank you, General. All right. Tiriz, Vorsi, Ezran. I wish I could say our training has prepared us for what we're about to see, but I don't think anything could. We don't know what we'll encounter once we're there. What I do know is that we're the only unit capable of finding out. We've received our orders, and this is our time. Prepare your mechs and report to the dropship. We are moving out.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
In episode 1 of Wasteland, a Dex Legacy Story, you heard Marie-Claire Wood as Captain Sarra Sax, Karim Kronfli as Lieutenant Quentin Tiriz, Sophie Macnair as Sergeant Yzeri Vorsinza, George Stagnell as Sergeant Treva Ezran, Sarah Golding as General Azrite Zerakin, John Glover as Minister Vekitz, David Monteith as Tzuk Velinska, Chris Gregory as Minister Tazenik, Emily Inkpen as Auto, Eleni Aristeidou as Dr. Osa Srivastava, and Derrick Valen as the Xenosi scientist, with music by Dr. Alan Stroud. Wasteland was recorded at Orpheus Studio in London by Richard Campbell. Wasteland, a Dex Legacy Story was written by me, Emily Inkpen, and produced by Alternative Stories. If you enjoyed that episode, please like, subscribe, and leave a review. It really does help. If you would like to find out more about the show and the wider Dex Legacy universe, please visit www.thedexlegacy.com.